Have you ever noticed how a single thought can change the entire course of your day? In the next few minutes, we're going to uncover why positive thinking isn't just a feel-good slogan, but a powerful force that shapes your reality. Stay with me because near the end, you'll learn a simple yet profound practice that can transform stress into serenity. And if you're as intrigued as I am, give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment about your own experiences, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of inner transformation. In our minds, we carry an incredible power, the capacity to create or destroy our sense of well-being through sheer thought alone. Positive thoughts have a remarkable quality, an almost graceful resilience that keeps them from invading your every waking moment. Negative thoughts, on the other hand, are like invasive vines that stretch out, entangle you, and then demand more of your attention. They multiply, weave together in the dark corners of your mind, and before you know it, you're trapped in a web of worry and despair. But positive thoughts don't need to domineer. They're content to simply exist, shining like small lanterns, guiding you through the night. Think back to the last time you were overwhelmed by stress or repetitive worries. Maybe your heart raced, your shoulders tensed, your breath shortened. That was the resonance of blocked energy. Your inner life force running into a barricade built from fear and doubt. Conventional medicine now acknowledges this mind-body connection, recognizing that our psychological state profoundly influences our physical health. When you're caught in negative thinking, you're effectively interrupting the flow of vital energy within you. You experience it as tension, fatigue, even pain. Imagine instead a gentle affirmation. Life can be amazing. It's not a poetic flourish, just a simple statement pointing you toward another possibility. When you hold that thought briefly, you open yourself to noticing the sparkle of sunlight on a raindrop, the comforting warmth of a friend's smile, or the quiet joy of a delicious meal. Positive thoughts act like signposts. They don't need to flood your mind to be effective. They're content to guide you, to invite you to look closer at the good that already exists. But here's the real game changer. It's not enough to swap one thought for another. True freedom lies beyond thought itself. Negative ideas survive by capturing your identity, by making you believe you are your fears and frustrations. As long as you're lost in identification, they thrive like a virus, replicating and deepening their hold. These mental viruses can infect entire groups, cultures, even nations, drawing people into collective patterns of fear or fanaticism. Good intentions alone won't uproot them. Only a shift in consciousness can. So how do we access that higher perspective? How do we discover the silent space beneath the constant chatter of the mind? It begins with presence, being fully aware of the here and now. Presence isn't a technique you perform like push-ups, it's a state you inhabit. When you nurture presence, you create enough distance to observe your thoughts without becoming entangled. You become the witness, the calm that notices the storm, rather than being swept away by it. Let's pause here for a moment. If this exploration of mind and energy resonates with you, pause the video, leave a like, and subscribe to join this journey together. And while you're at it, share a comment about what presence means to you in your daily life. Now, back to our story. When presence anchors you, the grip of negative patterns loosens. You start to see them for what they are, transient clouds passing through the sky of your awareness. This clarity empowers you to interrupt old cycles. You notice a worry arising, and instead of riding it into the depths, you simply observe it, let it drift away, and return to your breath. Over time, you find that these unwanted thoughts lose their strength because you're no longer feeding them with identification. Presence also connects you to a deeper intelligence, a dimension of your being that transcends the usual dualities of good and bad. From this vantage point, you can choose thoughts that uplift, nourish, and guide you toward growth. It's like switching from an old radio station stuck on static to a crystal-clear frequency that plays exactly the music you need. The more present you become, the more you tune into that frequency. One of the most transformative practices to cultivate presence is gratitude. Gratitude isn't merely saying thank you for what you like, it's a way of perceiving life itself. It can start with tiny details, the way the morning light filters through leaves, the satisfying hum of a computer booting up, the subtle texture of your favorite mug in your hand. As you practice thanking life for these small wonders, your awareness deepens. You begin to notice layers of beauty and complexity you once overlooked. When gratitude becomes more than a technique, when it blossoms into a natural orientation, it reinforces your presence. Your mind shifts from a reactive mode, scanning for threats or disappointments, to a receptive mode that sees possibility and abundance. Thoughts still come and go, but they no longer dictate your mood or your sense of self. You become, in a very real sense, the spacious awareness that holds them. At the midpoint of your journey, consider this. You're not just rewiring your thinking, you're reorienting your consciousness. You're stepping off the treadmill of mental repetition and entering open ground where every moment feels new. If you found value in this perspective so far, tap that like button, subscribe to stay connected, and let me know in the comments which simple pleasure you're most grateful for today. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine you've been stuck in a loop of worry about an upcoming presentation. Your mind replays every possible mistake until your stomach churns. Now breathe and observe. You're aware of thoughts, but you're not attached. Place your hand on your chest. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Offer a silent thank you to yourself for pausing, for caring, for the courage to face your fears. Notice how your body softens, your heart rate settles, your mind gains space. In that space, you can choose a constructive thought. I've prepared well. This is an opportunity to share my insight. Suddenly, you're not fending off panic. You're channeling your energy toward clarity and confidence. This approach doesn't deny challenges. It reframes your relationship with them. The world will always present difficulties, but your capacity to meet them grows when you anchor in presence. You become the calm in the center of the storm, the clear sky through which possibilities shine. As we near the close of this video, I want to leave you with a powerful invitation. Carry presence into every corner of your life. Practice gratitude not as a chore, but as a way of seeing. Let positive thoughts guide you, but don't cling to them. Remember that the real magic happens in the silence beyond thought. If this message has inspired you, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with someone who could use a little more presence and peace. Your engagement helps these ideas reach more minds eager for transformation. Now, before we part, consider this. Within you lies an infinite capacity to navigate the currents of thought, to choose awareness over anxiety, to transform everyday experiences into profound awakenings. Presence is not a goal to achieve once. It's a living practice, an ongoing conversation with the moment. Every breath can be a doorway to peace, every thought an invitation to deeper understanding. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep returning to presence. Keep thanking life for its countless gifts. And remember, the power to shape your reality lies in the space between your thoughts. Until next time, take care, stay present, and flourish.